Hello and welcome to Art with Miss Zoe. With me, your host, Miss Zoe. Today we're going to learn about form. We are going to use polymer clay to create a fun object to talk about form. What is form anyway? Form in art refers to a three-dimensional object. That means that the object has height, width, and depth, like this cube. Form can be real, or it can refer to the illusion of this three-dimensionality on a two-dimensional surface, like a drawing of a cube. Like shape, form can be geometric, like a cube, pyramid, or cylinder, or it can be organic, which means irregular and natural. Form can be created by artists on a two-dimensional surface by using techniques like shading, value, and perspective, but it can also be created in real life by manipulating physical materials like clay. Now that we know a little bit more about form, let's dive into today's art activity. For today's art activity, you will need polymer clay, a dull knife like a bread knife or a fettling knife if you have ceramic tools, and any other tools you might want to use for modeling. Once you have everything together, let's get started. Polymer clay needs to be conditioned before it can be used. When you open polymer clay straight out of the bag, it tends to be a little crumbly. So you need to manipulate it with your fingers or by rolling it out and folding it in half and rolling it out again until the clay becomes more malleable in your hands. When I am using sculptural clay, I just warm it up in my hands by squishing it, folding it, and squishing it again. Now that I've conditioned my clay, I'm going to begin by making the base for my smiley face. I'm going to roll my purple clay into a ball that is about the right size to match the one that I've made before this. You can see I'm using a circular motion with my hands and gentle pressure to form the ball. So I've rolled out my ball, and now I'm going to squish it flat with the palm of my hand. I don't want to squish it too flat, but I do want to flatten it out to give myself a space to put the face. Now I'm going to roll my black clay into a really skinny coil. Kind of looks like a little noodle. And I'm going to get this as skinny as I can. And actually, the first time I did it, I didn't roll it out evenly, and so my smile was kind of lumpy, and so I had to start over and try again. I decided to leave that in so you guys can see that I make mistakes too. I'm going to show you some basic techniques for manipulating polymer clay, but you do not have to make what I am making. Now I'm going to position my coil into a smiley face shape and roll it out with this marker that I have. I didn't have my mini rolling pin, and so I just used a marker that I had on hand. I made my smiley face longer than I needed so that I could cut it to the size that I wanted. And the first time I cut it a little too big, and so then I put it back and cut a little more off before I put it on my face. I'm happy with that, and now I'm going to create the eyes. So I'm just going to make two small balls that are about the same size, and then squish them and try to place them evenly on the face. I ended up having to take them off and move them around a bit, but I eventually got them where I wanted them. And that's it. Let me know what you decided to make with your polymer clay down in the comments. If you like what you made, you can bake it in the oven by following the instructions that came with your polymer clay. I hope you enjoyed this project. Thanks for watching and keep making.